Ybor streets are calling. Between 15 and 20 Friday night. Should've learned by now that one drink always means we ain't going home till the rooster calls.
Everybody get it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Rooster Call, coming at you right up above the Ritz from the Hen House. We have a great guest on tonight. We have Antwan.
Hey.
Excited to have him. We've been waiting to have Antwan on for a while, but you know, because of his busy and demanding schedule,
we weren't good enough is the reason.
Well,
I'm gonna watch these clowns for a while. I'm gonna watch these clowns and see if they get something worthy of me coming on.
Yeah, I didn't really want to say it, but
we finally got there, so now we feel very special.
Yeah, we do.
So
we feel special.
That's funny.
So we got Antwan on tonight, and should be a great show. He's going to kind of tell us everything, you know, kind of what he's doing and what he's all about. And he's a man of many talents, and he's someone that if you've been around Ybor and you've kind of, you know, been around, popping around at some of the bars in Ybor, you've definitely probably ran into him. Yeah, definitely ran into him, and he's probably blown your mind with some magic and his skills and trade that he does. So
maybe
we're excited to have him.
I did, you know. Yeah, thank
excited
you.
to have him.
Me.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw his magic at Bad Monkey, and I was just like, "That's not real. What's going on here?" Freaked me out.
Couldn't understand it. Had to
Freaked
leave.
me out.
Like, oh, can't do it.
It's a lot of fun. It's all about having fun with each other, you know, and making people's days brighter. You know, that's what magic is for me. You know,
Right on.
It's all about having a good time. You know?
Right on.
Some people in this world don't like magicians, though. You know that?
It kind of weirds them out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, and also they don't want to be like embarrassed by the guy, you know. And it's like, so I always tell, you know, my audience, I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna embarrass you. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And my job isn't to fool you or make fool of you. My job is to bring you to that edge of wonder and make you think and laugh and give you a gift of a memory to take home with your friends and family. And that's what magic is to me. You know?
That's awesome.
Well, you're not trying to depants guys at the beach or anything.
Nah, never. Maybe the ladies.
Hey, which pants go?
How long have you been working on the craft of magic?
I started doing magic like 33 years ago. I would say.
Long time.
Yeah, about 33 years ago I started.
Right out of the
doing
womb, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little kid, man. It was definitely my way out. It was something to do. I had, you know, a lot of different people around me in my neighborhood. It was like a lot of gang activity and things like that. And you know, you had options to do negative things a lot. So, you know, picking up a deck of cards was a way out. You know, definitely a way to you know, bring light to the world. You know, and stay motivated and stay positive. You know, so I picked up a deck of cards instead of anything else. You know, at that point.
Right
so,
on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I mean, how long do you think you've been doing this for?
About 33 years now.
33.
Yeah, professionally, I would say like, I don't know, say 30 years or so. Yeah.
That's awesome. And, you know, before the show kind of started tonight, you know, we were all kind of talking before the show, and you and Desmond were kind of mentioning some things, and it was something that you kind of brought up to Des, and I had no idea about that. You know, you kind of grew up in a foster home.
Yeah. You know, my mom, you know, she's an interesting person, man. Real beautiful, half Vietnamese, half black, you know, real pretty lady. And, you know, she had a couple of different kids by a couple of different guys, you know. I was the final one. And you know, she didn't really have it all together. And so she did her best. And, you know, at a certain point, the state had to take us away and put us in a foster home, one of my brothers and I. And, you know, we got passed around from foster home to foster home for a little bit when I was younger. And, yeah, that happened. Eventually, she got a little bit better, and so we got to go back home with her, which was cool. And then when I was about 13, my father got married to this lady, and they had a nice household and that type of thing. And so they brought me in. They said, "Let's get Antwan." So they brought me over, and I got a chance to live in a whole household, you know, like a regular, normal household on a cul-de-sac, you know, a fence around the house and a hot tub in the backyard type of situation. So I, you know, kind of like that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type of situation. You know, you grew up in a rough situation and then got pulled over to actually a nice situation where you had, you know, sort of caring parents that knew what they were doing and really helped me sort of guide my way in life.
Right on. Yeah, because, you know, I'm sure you're in that situation. It just makes you appreciate it so much more, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think like sharing magic with people has always been that for me, is being able to, take someone's day if they're having a negative day or they're having a, a not so positive day. You show them something that makes them laugh.
Yeah.
And that's what
I
it's
think,
all
and
about.
watching you do magic too when we're out at the bars and stuff like that. I think you definitely love to like that expression that you get from people, like where they're just like, "What the hell?"
Well, what's
what?
funny?
Like, what was that?
Well, what's funny is it's not just the expression. I think a lot of magicians kind of go in that area where they're looking for the expression, the response. But for me, it's about the feeling. I want people to feel something. You know what I mean? Not just like, oh, wow, you shocked me. Like, shock magic is pretty cool. But story magic for me has always been the angle that I kind of went with. And that's sort of differentiated me from a lot of the other guys. And, coincidentally, I ended up getting like the #1 5-star reviews in the state. And that was sort of on accident. But people like that sort of angle versus, oh, I'm going to shock you with something,
Right. Okay.
So
I don't think it was by accident. I think it's because you're awesome.
Yeah. It's definitely not by accident. Definitely not.
thank you.
Before we go any further, though, we do have to give a shout out to one of the Roosters tonight. It's a birthday we have in the house.
Hey.
So Dez's birthday tonight. He's back there doing the 1-2s with the sound and music.
Happy birthday, Des.
Happy birthday, Des.
Man, he's
You
it's
guys
his
are too
birthday today,
kind.
so he's already, as he said, riding the gravy train.
The gravy train.
That's seven.
That's
Down
dope.
7. So he's back there doing his thing right now. But we want
Okay.
to say happy birthday to him, and couldn't do it without him. Guys.
Hey, happy birthday, Des.
Yeah.
We also have another birthday coming up, another Rooster, tomorrow. Your boy
Midnight,
over here.
baby.
Hey.
Let's go. Let's
It's a
go.
milestone birthday.
The big 4-0. It's a big 4-0 tonight.
Really?
Yeah, midnight. So.
Old man over
it's
here.
It's a big one over the hill.
We'll all be celebrating it over at Eden tonight, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
gonna
Eden.
Be,
Yeah.
We're gonna be heading over here after the podcast here with Antwan. We're gonna heading over there. They're doing like kind of like a JMO ball, but it's for the new Patron.
Oh, yeah.
El Alto.
That sounds amazing.
We got a table over there, and we're gonna go cause a little mayhem.
That sounds
You know,
exciting. Yeah.
Do what the Roosters do.
That's going to be
Yeah.
fun. That's going to be
Think so?
fun.
2
Yeah.
birthdays?
Yeah, it should be a good time. Should be a good time.
Yeah, birthdays are fun, man. That's awesome, man.
But and we got to say we are missing a Rooster right now. Andrew's on his way.
Oh,
Yeah, we got Swipe Right and Samano here, but we're still waiting on Andrew.
okay. Okay. Hell yeah.
But he should be maybe in the tail end. He'll catch the kind of end of it.
One of the brothers is on his way.
Yeah,
He's on his way, folks.
He's on his way.
That's
So,
awesome.
but I think one of the interesting things I think a lot of people would want to hear about because you work on cruise lines.
Yes.
So I think the one you're doing right now, it was Disney.
Yeah, I just got off the Disney Wish, our brand new elegant ship, and it was really cool. We had a good time. My stage on there is amazing. The audience was fantastic. But next week I go out on the Disney Dream out of Miami, which is one of my favorite ships. If you've never been on a Disney ship before, I would say definitely go on the Disney Dream. And its sister ship is the Fantasy, which is also amazing. I've worked all Disney ships, and they're just it's a dream come true, really.
Is it?
Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
So because you sometimes hear about that work-life balance on a cruise ship, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
maybe for like the top performers, it might be a little different. Like they're kind of working around your schedule a little bit more.
Well, we work with each other. We have a good relationship. And
Okay.
I've been very lucky. I don't have an agent or manager. I wear all the hats in my business, and so I definitely look at it as a business. I mean, show business is 2 words, and one of the words is bigger than the other, and so I do both. I do business and I do show, and so our relationship's been more than 10 years now, and we have a really great time together. So we understand each other, which it's awesome. I mean, it's really unbelievable. And back to the whole family thing is, a lot of my family has no idea kind of like how my life really is. Even like around here, like, I don't always do magic when I'm on the street, but I started as a street magician out here on this, right here in Ybor.
Ybor?
Yeah, I was fairly homeless and didn't have any money. Came here from Oregon, and
I didn't know this.
I had nothing in my pocket. I came here with $800, I think, and just my clothing on my back. And I used to work where 7-Eleven is. I used to work on the street. That used to be called Ultramar Jewelers, and it was an empty
I
building.
remember that. Yeah.
And I used to perform out there, street magic, and I would do card tricks on the strip. And some of the business owners, there used to be a place called the Rare Olive.
Yeah, it's where the cigar place is now.
It's
right
happening
around
now.
the corner.
And the owners came out there and said, "What are you doing out here?" I said, "I'm doing card tricks." They go, come inside here and keep my customers in here. So I got brought in, and I was doing card tricks. I kept their customers there. They spent more money. We had a lot of fun. And at the end, I get a couple tips, you know, hand out my business cards. And from there, I end up working different restaurants, table to table. And ale house restaurants, you know, I did a chain of those. And that's how I actually got Disney, was working table to table magic. I was actually performing for somebody that was one of the general managers up there.
Get out of here.
Very
That's
lucky.
awesome.
Yeah, very lucky, but it was like the intersection of luck and preparation. You know what I mean?
That's something that's luck, yeah, you could say, but you put yourself in that situation for the luck to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
yeah, absolutely.
The thing a lot of people don't get is that you got to be prepared for that moment.
Yeah.
Where you can get that break.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you didn't do all that work, if you weren't prepared for it,
absolutely.
you just pass right by.
Absolutely, it's a lot going on, and as you know, that's one of the things about, you know, the type of person that I am is like I'm the baby brother of all my brothers, and I've have, you know, some brothers that I've accumulated, and I have some blood brothers, you know, that have been around for you know, a while. And actually, they don't even know this, but I carry them with me in my pocket on a list. None of them know that. Some of them are from the foster home, but there's 10 of them that are just some of my people that are just, they've been there for me no matter what. Actually, you don't mind me telling you who they are? There's Michael and Damien. Those are my brothers. There's also Rico, older than me. There's Andrea and Owen and Dennis and Eli. There's also Derek, Anthony, and Lucas. And so some of those are from high school, middle school, and actually elementary school. When I got back from that foster home, you know, I met these guys, and they never left. You know, they've always been there for me. But I have them all numbered, actually. Would you think of a number between 1 and 10? Let it be a number that you want to pick, not that I influence. Just get a number in your head. You got one? Actually, Travis, would you mind getting a number in your head as well?
Okay.
Now, I do want to make sure they're different. Are you thinking of your number right now? Did you happen to get an odd number in your head? You did. Don't tell me any more than that.
Okay.
Did you happen to get an even number? Good, so we know they're different. All right, here's what I want you to do. Find your number on the list and read the name, but don't say it out loud. Just find the number and read the name.
Okay.
Get it in your head? Have you got it?
Okay.
All right, find your number and read the name, but don't say it out loud. Just get it in your head and just, whatever's next to your number there. Got it? All right, don't tell me
Caleb's kind of blind, so you gotta give him time over there.
I can't see close.
So here's what I want you to do. I want you to just think of that that name. Get that in your head. Oh, by the way, I should probably bring this. I meant to. This is just a little sort of a gift for later. Let me set that there. But you have your name in your head. Do you know a person with this name?
Not personally.
Okay, don't give me any more than that. I think I know who it is. Do you know a person with this name?
I don't know.
But you have met a person with this name?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me just see your hands real quick, if you don't mind. Okay, good. That's fine. Is it Derek?
Yep.
Yes?
Yeah, wow.
And
That's wild.
you had a different name in your head, yes?
Yes.
Take a look right here. It's got to be Owen.
Yeah, it is.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
How'd you do that?
So do you see, for me, it's not just the shock, it's the feeling. That feels interesting. It's like, wow, it's like that brings you right to that edge of wonder and makes you go, well, how is that possible? And that's what magic is to me right there.
Yeah, that's a great example.
Those aren't your real brothers, though, right?
Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
See, that's awesome, though, mixing in stories and, again, the narrative of the magic.
Absolutely, man. That's what it's about. And just by the off chance, you strike me as a person that loves to travel.
I like to. Who doesn't?
Is there something about Cleveland, golfing or something in Cleveland that's a big deal for you?
I'm from just outside of Cleveland, actually.
See, that's not even psychic. He has a hat on. It says it right there. It says it right there. So don't be freaked out. Don't be freaked out.
I was gonna blow up your spot there, Antwan.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh yeah. So no. Anyway, I actually brought with me a little notepad here. These are some of the places that I've actually been to, and some of them I would like to go to. Do you like to travel a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, you like to travel too?
Yeah, I've traveled all over.
So I got quite a few places. Portland is where I'm from. Vancouver is where some of my family are. There's California. Tampa is where I live now. I got friends in Toronto and all over the place. I'm actually going back to Miami in a week or so. But some of these places I have been to, and some of them I'd like to go to. But let me just try something for you really, really quickly. And just for everyone that's watching and listening, you and I haven't set anything up, have we? No. Before this, you have no idea what's about to happen.
I've seen you in like 3-4 months.
Okay, excellent. I'm gonna try to write something down. You know, when you try to read someone's mind, it's one of those things that you can kind of sort of read from a person, but when you try to make a prediction of something that's going to happen, that's incredibly difficult to do.
Are you drawing flames over there?
No, actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that one now. I'm going to change that one. I don't think that's going to be it for you.
Flames.
Do you have, it was, how'd you know? Do you have an animal at home?
Yes.
Okay, let me change my mind here. This is what it's going to be for you. I'll put that down, and you can't see what I'm writing down here, do you?
No.
Okay, good. I'm just going to fold this up, and I'm going to hand it to you. I don't want you to see it yet, but if you just hold on to it, just so I don't change it out. Go ahead and hold on to it. One of the places, I don't know if the camera can see this or not, but I'm going to, I'll just, really quickly, what I'm going to have you do is just stop at a page, okay? So, I'm just going to show the camera. I don't know if it's on or if this is.
That one's
Caleb, will you give him the mic?
There's a bunch of different places.
Caleb, give him the mic.
Don't need a mic. Just so you can see it all different. What I want you to do is just, I just want you to stop at any page. Just tell me what.
Stop.
Right there. Can you see what it is? I'm not looking.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yep.
You can see what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Random place. Have you been there before?
I was just there.
Okay, don't give me any more than that. I think I know what it is. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to imagine going to this place. Get it in your head that you can see what you're walking through or a place that you might be in, something like that. Now, when you envision this place, it's not like, it's not indoors, is it? You're kind of outside.
Yes.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
It's not New York.
No.
It's outside. It's fun. It's exciting. People
Yes.
like to go to this place.
People love it with this place. Yeah.
Is it New Orleans?
It is New Orleans.
That's wild.
I wrote something down. I handed it to you. Would you open that up and just show the camera what it is? Before
What's it say?
So it's New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay, good. I'm glad that
That's
worked.
wild.
I'm glad that worked.
That's
got a great
crazy,
time.
I was
dude.
there like what?
Yes.
That's fun, right?
That was the last place you just visited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
It's the
you.
last place me and you were at as well.
Yeah, when we
Really?
visited, we were there visiting too.
I'll go, but
I've never been. I want to go there.
Oh,
I've
man,
not been
it's
yet.
wild.
Really?
Maren lives there now.
Maybe,
They're at home.
oh, our friend Maren moved up there.
Yeah, Gabe and Kevin.
Maren, what's up?
They're roommates there.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. We got to take a trip.
Oh, dude, it was
yeah.
a great time, man. I'll go back again anytime.
Let's definitely
It's
take a
fun.
trip up
It's
there.
fun.
That'd be amazing.
What do
man.
they
That was
call?
awesome.
What do they call the sewers that eat people up? People fall into.
Oh, Earth pussies.
Earth pussies.
Yeah. That's what Mary calls the what are they
The
like?
random holes all over New Orleans that you're walking through, then
I
your
mean,
legs you fall.
These
What?
aren't potholes. These aren't potholes. Like you could go, you'll like go fall up to like your waist in these things.
Oh, that
It's-
sounds like a
it's
terrible
crazy.
day.
Super dangerous,
Super
Oh,
dangerous.
no.
Yeah.
as an Earth pussy would be.
It was that was a crazy place.
I don't wanna
though.
see that
mean,
part.
Oh man, it was.
I don't want to
eye-opening.
experience that.
Stay away from the earth pussies.
Yeah, watch for them. Watch for them. They'll swallow you whole.
Yeah, we definitely need to make a trip.
Yeah, right.
That's fun to think about, man. I love it, man. That's interesting, man. I've not been there yet. I definitely want to go. We got to go see Maren one day. We'll go up there
Yeah,
and
we'll,
hang out.
we'll go, man. And what's crazy is you freaking picked it. I don't know how you did that.
What
Like,
was that?
Not even just that. I mean, it's a place that we all have just recently been.
yeah,
to.
that's
Well, you-
wild.
well, you know,
Some
it's-
sort of vibe or something.
Well, you know what's funny is like being able to pick things like that. It actually started with cards. I brought one. I brought a deck of cards because I know that people always expect magicians to do card tricks. So if you have a deck of cards, I'll use it. It doesn't matter. You open it up, take a look at it. It's a normal deck. Actually, matter of fact, you can mix it up. Do inspect them. Make sure it's nothing interesting about them as far as sticky cards or double cards or any sort of blank cards stuck to each other in there. Yeah.
No?
There's
Yeah.
no double card. You can just take a look at all the faces. Make sure there's 52 of them. There's 52 cards in a deck for every
yeah, it looks
one for each
definitely
week of
legit.
the year. Did you know that?
Oh no.
One card for each week of the year. And there's 4 suits in a deck. And the reason why that is because there's 4 seasons in a year. So each card has a different meaning, which is actually kind of cool if you think about it. Also, each suit has 13 cards in it. Did you know that? So 13 cards for the 13 lunar cycles of a year. So each card has a different value to it. And it represents a different day of the year. And they're really random. But, you know, I always see magicians have you pick a card and then they put it back and the magician finds the card. And I started thinking about that. I go, well, how do you do something better than just pick a card and I'm going to find it? You know what I mean? Like, that has a limit to its imagination. So I started thinking, like, what do we do that's better than that? Like, not just pick a card, I'm going to find it. Not really a lot of magic there. You think about adding a story to it or something really fun. then you have a really exciting experience. And so sometimes that's just taking a little time and gibberish like I'm doing right now. I'm not really saying anything. Do you see that? But it feels like something's about to happen.
I'm on the edge of my seat over here.
You see what I'm saying? So I learned that little bit, and like that's been a nice gift for me as a performer, to be able to create that moment right there, just before the moment actually happens. So anyway, I want to try something that may not work, but I'll try it for you anyway. Would you reach your finger out and just touch one with your finger? Take a look at it, memorize it. Yep. Go ahead and take a look at it. You happy with it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's see it, man.
Let me show it around.
All right.
All right. So look, the card, you could have grabbed any one of them, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You see that? Did you grab a red card by chance?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I would know that just by looking at them that quickly?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I wouldn't.
Probably not. It's a lucky guess. So, and then he told me, so it confirms that it was a red card, which is fun to think about. But so there's only two, do you know there's only two reds? There's a heart and a diamond. You have yours in your head?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not a heart, is it? Is it a diamond?
It's a diamond.
It is a diamond. Again, lucky guess, getting closer. Now, there's only 13 cards to choose from in a suit of diamonds, right? So if I were to take a wild guess, I don't know if you know this, but my birthday is July 7th. So I would say it's a 7-7. Is that a 7 of diamonds?
Yeah.
Is it really? You could have grabbed any one of
We're
them.
gonna fact check that and make sure your birthday is July 7th.
Wait, is your birthday really July 7th?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Pretty lucky there.
That is
yeah.
crazy.
Isn't that fun to think about?
That's wild.
And you never really get to see me do this stuff, right?
No.
Like, this is
No.
yeah. So my job is like kind of create that feeling, you know, and that's what it's about. And you guys can keep these cards, by the way, just so you know that's not a trick pack. You guys can keep them in the house and tell everybody what happened with them.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'd love to have you sign it too.
Oh yes, I would.
Oh yeah, that'd be
definitely.
awesome. Heck yeah. Dude, that's like that kind of stuff, you're right, like it's more than magic what you're doing there. You're drawing, you're eliciting feelings from people.
Yeah. That's what it's about, man.
Different, definitely.
I think that's like the business of show, to be able to create something like that, whether it be, you know, watching comedy or even going to a concert and watching an orchestra play. You know, people play their violins and you definitely feel something there. Or watching a great guitar player. I mean, it's all a way of telling a story. It's not just they're playing a guitar. It's not they're just playing the drums. It's actually something is happening inside of them. They're bringing that out. And I think a long time ago, you know, the magicians of the day were storytellers, you know, and all of us sat around a fireplace doing this. And that's what makes this kind of magical for me, is that I don't get to do this type of thing very often. Yeah. And it's kind of exciting to be able to sit here with you guys, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for
having me. I remember one
me.
of the first times meeting you at the pool at the quarter.
Yeah.
With Dave.
Yeah, that's our buddy. Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave-O.
I just saw him earlier before I got here. He said he's doing great.
Yeah,
by the
in
way.
our hearts and prayers,
yeah,
man.
He said he's doing great. I just saw him just before I got here. Awesome guy.
Yeah, Dave-O's amazing. But he's also an asshole sometimes. So
Aren't we all,
I'm
though?
meeting Antwan for one of the first times, and he's doing some magic around the pool, and there's probably like 10 people there. Some people from Portland were there visiting you.
That's right.
And he's doing this trick, and again, telling the story, blowing people's minds, and he gets to this part, and Dave-O rips a fart as loud as he possibly can. To just like totally fuck up the moment, you know, like Dave-O does, because he like asked Dave to participate or something.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And it was just Dave-O. It was just Dave-O, you know?
He was adding his own magic to the room.
Yeah, exactly. And then you still killed it with some crazy trick.
Oh my
That was just
God.
telling, you know, it's just so funny because you're telling about how, you know, when you're doing the storytelling.
Oh man, I love it.
Dave-O was just going to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to be Dave-O.
Right.
Well, that's what it's all about, man. That's fantastic.
Do you ever kind of get into those times though where, I mean, I feel like in a lot of situations people would be asking you to do it.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Does it?
Yeah, and
it probably you're just like it's not the time. Like,
well, you know, because I love being around my friends and family and stuff like that, and I love the moments that we all share together, just kind of hanging out, and I cherish it. I really I respect it, and I really love it. And I don't want the magic to detract from like my actual life and real life. So it's different when you're a person that's on the stage you know, when you get off stage, you kind of really appreciate the time off stage. So every once in a while, if I'm practicing something new or working on an idea, then those are the moments where I might bring out a deck of cards and do something, or, you know, hey guys, watch this. Actually, matter of fact, that's what this envelope is about right here. Is definitely testing something out. I mean, it's been sitting there the whole time, and it's definitely
I'm
not
sure
there.
Something that blows her mind.
It's not there. It's not there for no reason, but it's definitely something I was thinking about. But it's not something that I would generally do, like out in the public, because I think it would really freak people out, for one thing. And the other thing is I kind of want to make sure they come to the show. Like when we set up a show where, you know, where you guys are doing your thing and we're all there as a team, you know, all of our people that are promoting something, anything like that, it'll be really an exciting time, you know. So I try to save some stuff. Nice. But I work on it in between, and I try not to just be the, you know, do a trick guy. Right. I don't want to be that person. There are people that are like that, and I love what they do. But I already did that when I was, you know, out there on the street. So I already kind of passed that stage.
Yeah, you're the long game. You're doing the long game.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first trick you learned?
That's a good question. Yeah, I do. Like the first. You want to see it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I brought it with me.
Good question, Caleb.
I thought I might be recording a
How do you know you were gonna
podcast
ask
today.
that, Caleb?
I don't know if anybody can see this, but where's the camera that's on? Is this the best one?
Yeah.
So it actually had to do with these. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but it had to do with these sponge balls, and any 8-year-old kid can learn to do this. And that when I went to the magic shop, the guy showed me some simple stuff. But as a kid, your imagination is so big, and as you get older, it goes away. And so I tried to retain that with this particular trick. That's why I still do it. Even magicians get mad at me because I'm like, why are you doing that trick? Because it retains that imagination as a childlike imagination, you know, and I always love that because it makes my day better. This is a yellow ball, obviously, but name any color that you like.
Blue.
Blue, all right. If I tap right here, it actually turns the yellow ball to blue. If I tap twice, it turns back to yellow. It's a really easy trick to do. I was 7. It wasn't very good. I told you.
The first one. I see why it's the first one you learned.
And then, you know, as a kid, the idea of thinking something disappearing, you know, you want to do that. And so you squeeze, and, you know, that takes magic words, you know, like abracadabra and stuff like that. So I'll try it out. Abracadabra, that's what makes it disappear. Now, there's other magic words that you can use, like hocus pocus, and that's what not only makes it disappear, but it makes it come back. Look at that. Easy to perform. Any kid could do it. Very simple stuff. Now, I know you don't believe that because your imagination is starting to grow, actually, at this point. But I'm going to hold on to that one. I want you to hold the other one. Can you hold that one? Squeeze it real tight and strong. Now, if you could imagine that if I could snap my finger and turn it blue, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
Did you feel it turn blue?
I didn't feel anything.
Nobody feels it. There's no imagination there. Now, what if I could make it disappear? Did you feel it disappear?
No, it's still there, I think.
Okay. If you grow your imagination, tell me if you can feel this. They switch places. I have yours and you have mine.
Oh, okay.
You didn't feel any of that?
Nope.
Okay. With a big imagination, all those things are possible. It could turn blue and disappear and switch places, and you'd probably start to feel that now. If you could just open your hand and notice that, bring it closer to the camera, you'll notice that your ball is actually turned into 2 of them. And
Holy shit.
that's fun to think about.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know how he did it.
That's awesome.
That's amazing, Antwan.
So that's the trick I learned when I was about 7 or 8 years old. Oh, that's my gravity trick. I've been practicing that. I finally got it down.
That's wild.
Thank you.
7 or 8, so that's when you started.
Yeah, 7 or 8 years old. I didn't have a lot of money, so I would go to the library, and I would read books on magic. Harry Houdini was one of my first books I was reading about this guy, and how amazing he was. And I was like, wow, this dude really has a legacy. You know, he really set his life up to you know, please people. You know, as far as showmanship was concerned, he did things that no one else did before as far as showmanship is concerned. I think the closest thing we've seen to that in our day has been, you know, David Blaine and Chris Angel. Those guys have really brought magic to the television in a way that was different than what had been done before. Usually it was big magic specials that were all kind of hokey, big boxes and cutting people in half and stuff like that. But those guys actually took it to the street and made it different and more palatable for the everyday man to watch kind of what we do.
It's kind of. Do you think that they are kind of now the the top tier, like those two guys? Like who in your opinion is kind of like that top?
Well, the top, I think for me, it's two other people. I think David Copperfield has done things that no one else has done, and no one can do, really. He's really set the bar really high. But also Darren Brown, he's a guy in the UK. He's one of my favorite performers. Watching him really expands my mind.
Okay.
And it's very different. If you ever have a chance, look up Darren Brown. He's
Darren
one of my
Brown.
favorite performers.
Right on.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to meet any of your?
No, but just before
favorite
COVID, I was performing on the Disney Magic out of New York City, and we ended up walking through the city. They had a big show that was going on. We ended up seeing, and I was walking around. I love to just kind of explore the city a little bit, and I saw on a big marquee Darren Brown performing until such and such a date. And I was like, I can't believe this guy's here. I've never seen him perform. I've only seen him on television, on YouTube and whatever. And I was like, so I came back home and I could not get it out of my head. And I was like, I have to fly back to New York and go watch this show. Best thing I ever did. Very good for my edification, learning, and just becoming a better performer all around.
Right on.
And then COVID happened, and then the show was gone. No one could perform anymore, and so I was so happy that I had an opportunity.
You got in right in time.
Absolutely.
Damn, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
It was kind of one of those things that reminded me there when he was, talking about catching a show, because we went and saw our boy Gravy the other week.
Yeah.
If anybody hangs out at the Hen House up here, they know Young Gravy. We jam it. We love it. He's our homie.
Great.
Isn't Young Gravy your dad?
He is my dad. So we went and saw my daddy.
Trav bought him some blueberry muffins the other day.
Yeah, we brought him some presents, from Ybor Live. We brought him some hats and some stickers.
Oh.
And he loves rapping about blueberry muffins, so we brought him some muffin mix so he could sign that. And Caleb's
nice.
got a shirt on there that he signed too for our my son Jeremy.
Okay.
And Jeremy donated that to him.
His Thursday show got canceled.
Oh.
And because of the hurricane or whatever, the storm coming through, and then apparently not apparently, but he came to Ybor.
Okay. Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah.
I was actually on the ship when I heard about it. They were like, Young Gravy's in town. I was like, okay.
And
great.
Travis was working. I was sleeping. Des was working. And all of a sudden we hear that Young Gravy's at Coyote.
Yeah,
And-
kicking it. Just marinating.
And we
He was
see
there
a
for
couple
hours.
pictures from our
He was
buddy
walking
Jeremy.
around.
And so I got up out of bed, got dressed, and I'm like, well, if Young Gravy's in Ybor, I have to go try to find him. It's like 2 a.m. And so I walked down 7th and ran into Des and Jeremy at Res.
Hell yeah.
And Jeremy had gotten this alt-life hoodie signed by Gravy at Coyote, which I'm wearing right
gosh.
now.
That's
and then
awesome.
He donated it to the Hen House because he knows we're obsessed with Young Gravy. So that was
awesome.
Thursday. And then Friday we went to the show.
Yeah,
Hey.
and fantastic show. He blew the lid off it. Him and Baby No Money. It was one of the better shows I've been to. Was at Janice Landing. Great time.
Okay.
But we're definitely getting Gravy on the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely getting him on the podcast. We're slowly. We were the only one that. So we got
What's up?
Andrew Flash
How are
Gordon
you?
coming
How
in the
are you?
house, straight in from Orlando.
Busting in the door.
Andrew, the last Rooster in the house for the
All right.
podcast here. Great to have him back.
All right. All right. All right.
Copper Shaker to what...
For having so much fun?
Yeah, so, you know, we've kind of heard through the grapevine a little bit that Copper Shaker is banning their employees from coming up to the hen house.
Well, boo on them.
So we, you know, we want to give our heartfelt apology to Copper Shaker and say, you know, we
Do we,
apologize.
though?
I don't know, dude, that's what I'd say. Maybe do we?
Oh,
Like,
Look at the gravy shredder. Yeah. I just noticed that.
Don't talk about gravy.
Yeah.
the,
You're rocking the Guillermo.
I got Guillermo sweater on.
oh, that's right. Oh, that looks dope, too.
Danielle's
Nice.
like, do you have paint on your sweater? Like, yeah.
Little bit.
Yeah, special paint.
A little bit of paint on there.
So Andrew was at the concert with us, too. Definitely jammed it out.
Yeah.
Rocking
I
the
saw
house with
that.
it.
I saw the intro that Des did while you were doing this. He put up the show,
Oh, yeah?
like on YouTube.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Right now?
Oh yeah.
Are we live?
Watching it
Yeah,
as
yeah.
you're driving
Oh.
home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well-
awesome. All right.
So there's no way we could have said anything of it. You just walked in here. You didn't even know. I got a
I was
trick.
listening to the show.
Did you see any of the magic tricks?
I saw Matt has 2 balls.
Ah, you did see it.
saw
So
Matt has
we
2
are
balls all
live
of a
for
sudden.
real. So I was telling
I
them.
like the blue ball joke. Yeah. That
Oh.
was good.
Before you got here, I told them I put this envelope out here, and nobody knows what's in it, and it's a thing I'm working on. It's this idea that, you know, I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool idea. I don't know. Maybe it's not. You guys will let me know afterwards. Let me know how you feel afterwards. That's the whole point.
All right.
But the important thing is that we didn't set anything up. You literally just walked in here. Did you hear the part of the story when I was a kid? I was in foster homes and stuff like that.
No.
Okay, I got to tell you, I used to write down. I was basically raised by the television, so that's how I got into the magic thing too. Is I was watching other entertainers that inspired me, and it wasn't just magicians. It was like sometimes they were singers, sometimes they were dancers, comedians, you know, people that you guys would all know. And I would write their names down in a little booklet. And one of my moves from foster home to foster home, I lost that booklet. It was like one of the most precious things that I owned.
Oh no.
And so what I did was I started rewriting that list, and from memory, and I put it in my phone now. So I have like 100 of them now. But I wrote down all names that people would know. Like, you know, Jim Carrey's on there, Jamie Foxx is on there, all 137 of the Wayans brothers are on there. But a bunch of people you would know. And what I did was I put a number next to each of their name. And you've never seen this before, but I want you to think of a number now between 1 and 100. But don't tell me what it is just
Okay.
yet. Have you got a number in your
I
head?
have it in my head. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask you, do you want to change your mind? Because
No.
I don't want you to think I influenced you to think
Not
of
at
that
all.
number. Because some people go, oh, you made me pick that number, or maybe something like that. So if you want to, you could change your mind.
Okay.
You don't have to. It doesn't make any difference to me.
Nope.
Are you happy with the number you've got?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You can tell us all what it is.
Rick Vaughn.
No, the number.
99, baby.
No, just a number, not a person.
99. Rick Vaughn was number 99 in Major League.
Oh,
Wow,
I don't know who
man.
that is. Who's that?
He was the pitcher from Major League
Give me the
Baseball.
lefty.
Charlie Sheen.
Oh,
Throw him to
Nice.
heater.
99.
Give me Vaughn.
90. Okay, so that's his.
That's my S. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's no way I would have known that's your favorite. Oh, okay. That's the important thing, because people go, oh,
Right.
you did some investigating. You must have found out, like blah blah. People's birthdays
I
and
almost
stuff like
changed
Yeah,
that.
you
it to
didn't know who it
98,
was.
but I didn't.
I don't even know who
Yeah,
it is. But 99 is your number. You're sticking to it. You sure you don't want to change your mind?
Yes.
Do you want to see who it is?
Yeah.
All right. So take a look.
Is it David Copperfield?
I hope not. I don't think he's on here actually, but there's a bunch of notes there. You can see a bunch of different notes.
Okay.
But the one that I was telling you about is my celebrity list.
Top 100, right? I see it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. We scroll down to 99.
J-Lo.
Who is it?
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
J-Lo.
Is 99. Now you could have changed your mind, but you didn't.
Right.
Pretty cool. Now here's what's pretty cool about that. Do you remember I said I didn't want you to think I influenced you to think of that number?
Right.
There's no way I would have known you would have thought of that, honestly, if you think about it. But you could have changed your mind and you didn't. But the story that I told you before that, do you remember what the story was?
About the Marlon Wayans brothers?
That's part of it. So you think about the story, right? So influence is really funny. You think about influence. All things influence, especially like commercials and things like that. So what I said was I have a list of 100 people that you would know, celebrities. One of them is Jim Carrey. The other one is Jamie Foxx. And then 137 of the Wayans brothers. Did you know that all those people that I named were on one show together? And it was called In Living Color?
Yes.
Yes, she was. She was a fly
And was it
girl.
Jen-
And in the
Lopez
background, there was a
on-
girl named Jennifer Lopez. She was a fly girl. That's pretty dope, right? You think about it. But that actually has to do with that envelope right there. I don't want to touch it because you're gonna think I'm gonna open it. Would you mind? I don't know if you can see it on camera.
Yeah, it's been on camera the whole time.
But would you open it?
You want me to open it?
Earlier you thought of a name. Do you remember what the name was?
The name of on your list?
Yeah,
was
one of my brothers. Derek. And
Yeah.
earlier you thought of a name.
Yes.
Who was it?
It was Owen.
It was Owen. And earlier you picked a card. What was the card?
The 7 of Diamonds.
7 of Diamonds. And then earlier you thought of a place. What was the place?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Is shit gonna get creepy up in here?
And then just now you had the opportunity to think of any number between 1 and 100. You thought of 99. Your favorite, which I wouldn't have known. There's a piece of paper there.
If the shit's 99,
What was the name of the person at 99?
J-Lo.
J-Lo. It was J-Lo. And most people will say Jennifer Lopez, but you didn't. You said J-Lo. It's important that you did do that.
That's her nickname.
Just turn it towards the camera so we can really get the full view here.
What?
My prediction for today was Derek, Owen, New Orleans, 7 of Diamonds, and J-Lo.
Oh my God! Get out of here! Get out of
feeling
here!
I was telling you about. What? That was the name that you thought of. That was the name that you thought of. New Orleans, 7 of Diamonds, the cards that you picked, and you did that at random. And I'm so glad you did. And my name is Antwan Towner. Follow me at Florida Magician on Instagram. I love you guys.
Drop. My fucking
Don't
drop.
drop the mics.
Yo.
Don't drop the mics. They're not that expensive.
That's wild.
Thank you.
Holy like,
Shut the
holy
front
shit.
door. Whoa.
See, that feeling is
Mic
different.
drop.
That feeling is different than pick a card, I'm gonna find it. That's the feeling that magic should feel like. That's what it should feel like. In my humble opinion. Thank you.
How? Okay, that I don't know.
I don't know.
Whoa. Holy shit, dude.
I don't even know.
Holy shit!
That.
I don't even know. He said.
That.
I wish I knew how that worked because I could do it at every show.
Whoa.
And maybe I will in a town near you.
Oh my God,
We'll see.
dude.
Wow.
Okay, so how can people find you? What's the best way? Like,
I'm on Instagram sometimes, but
Okay.
Florida Magician. And then you can find me on YouTube just at Antwan Towner, Towner.
and you're kind of, I mean, you're really busy with, the cruises and everything like that. But do you kind of, in your off time when you're here, do you try to book private events?
I do. Corporate events. I did a wedding like a few weeks ago, which was really interesting.
Okay.
It was really fun. And yeah, every once in a while I'll do those type of things. Corporate events mainly is what I do. I have one in Orlando coming up soon.
Gotcha.
And then go back on the ship on next Friday. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
And it's,
the Disney
Disney
Dream.
Cruises.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Which Disney?
Welcome to the podcast.
I work on all the ships, all of it. I just got off the Wish.
Majestic.
I did the Fantasy. I did Wish, and now I'm going on the Dream at the end of the week. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, actually, Andrew would probably be one of the ones that would
I've been
most
on
likely
Disney
see
cruises,
you
yeah.
because he's the only
Oh,
one
yeah.
with kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a
So-
lot of fun. It's like the best experience. The Dream and the Fantasy are my 2 favorite ships.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna love that. It'll be awesome.
That was wild. And
I know,
and I think
so-
too, a good way to get in touch, you have your website as well.
Yes,
that was
AntwanTowner.com.
AntwanTowner.com.
Yep, Antwan
Okay.
Towner.
Yeah,
And the funny
that's-
thing is, if you just Google, Tampa Magician or Florida Magician, like I pop up on
pops up?
the first page. Yeah,
Oh, easy
yeah.
enough.
So easy. I'm really easy to find.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's some good SEO you got there, Anton.
I was really lucky.
Good SEO.
Yes, I had to get on that. I had to learn SEO just to make sure my site. I'm kind of like what do you call it?
Not magic.
Little OCD about things, and didn't want to trust anybody to do it for me. I was like, I'll do it myself. I'll figure it out. But yeah, very lucky with that.
That's great. I mean, that you've really taken on that business side of everything too with
Yeah,
it.
absolutely,
you're
man.
kind of wearing all hats in it.
Well, I think that's what it takes in the beginning, especially, and then over time, just it's nice to build a team over time. So that's always a good thing. I just met with a marketing team this week that's going to help me out with things that I'm willing to let go of my control of,
Gotcha.
and that's kind of nice to be able to do. Once you kind of set things in motion, you can kind of delegate certain things to other people.
Absolutely. Yeah, and kind of maybe just get your name out even more.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That's what it's all about.
Because I think definitely one of the things we've learned in the podcast doing this is, also because we're just a bunch of jokers, but like we've had to elicit help of other people just because there came points where we were like,
You can't do everything. Yeah.
like,
Thank you,
It was
Des.
more like everyone was watching and they're like, Jesus, all right.
I don't know,
I'm
like,
coming to
God,
help.
okay.
I'm coming to help you
We're
guys.
trying to make you guys look like idiots.
Listen, we're gonna fix
come
It's like you guys know I went to college.
Like, oh, okay.
We're like sitting there talking
Oh,
to
you
Des.
did you?
We're like, we need a sound engineer, and Desmond's like sitting right
Literally
there.
going to
He's
college.
right there next to you on the couch. Oh my God. Des, thank you.
Yeah, Des, thank you.
Dez is dope. I always love watching his sets, man, when he's doing his
People
thing,
got pissed
man.
off just coming on here and not being able to hear themselves.
Yeah, no headphones?
We gotta change this.
Oh,
Yeah.
got to get some headphones.
And Dez has his own podcast too. You know, he's doing the Mid Zone now.
Mid-Zone.
It's a great football podcast that he does with him and Little Steph.
Oh, okay.
House, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you know Little Steph.
Yeah,
she's
that's
on there.
cool.
You know how like she knows stuff.
Everything about sports.
Everything
Yeah.
about football. Like
Way too much.
I be sitting there like this. I be like, yeah. I know. Like, whoever you said was that person. I'd be like, I know. Yeah, sports. I don't know
She was
nothing.
like the backup offensive lineman of, Florida.
She makes me feel dumb with the sport game. I have no idea about that
good.
stuff.
Makes me feel a certain way as well.
You know, we got to bring up too.
Taller.
You know,
6 to midnight.
the crazy shenanigans that were happening here the past couple of days in Ybor. Did you see that with the Molotov cocktails?
I heard about that. I didn't see it, but I heard.
So, you know, I haven't really. Do you guys? What's the whole story on it? Like, I didn't
Guy
really
got
read
shot
that
in the
article
dick.
that JN sent.
He's dickless.
Oh, now he's
That's how the
dickless,
story
yeah.
ends. The story ends with him getting shot in the dick.
Started with Molotov cocktails. Now he's
Started with him lighting the AC unit behind the Ritz on fire. That's what it started with. He pulled up in his van, he poured gasoline all over it, and he tried to light the Ritz on fire. At like 2:20 in the morning, when this place had like 1,000 people in it, including us up here. I was partying up here on Saturday night. We didn't even know this was going on. But it wouldn't light the brick on fire. It just burnt the AC unit. Someone saw him. He ran off, got in his car, lit a tree on fire, a fence on fire, the trash can in front of gas bars on fire.
What does he think? He's the fucking Joker over here? He want to catch the world on fire?
Molotov cocktails at like a girl that he knew like 6 years ago.
He
right.
threw like 7 on a roof, right?
What kind of love is that?
Word on the street, he's a rival podcast that's just really upset with us. That's the word on the street. I don't know.
He's just trying to destroy the Rooster Hall.
Yeah.
And now he ain't got no dick.
I got no dick.
Grady Judd
Fuck with us.
He's dickless.
Grady Judd
That is not a good
chased him
look.
down with his,
I wouldn't want to be in
sheriffs.
that situation.
And he started running at the dinosaurs, at Dinosaur World, with AR.
Of course it was Dinosaur World.
And they took him out.
He
Run
probably
out the
lives there.
T-Rex.
Yeah, they shot him in the dick, and now they caught him.
He got nothing now.
Don't run out of T-Rex.
I want to know
The
what kind of
shotgun
love is that? Like, I want to meet a girl that would be like, to make me love her so much to be able to be that guy.
Burn down her house?
He was in love with her, you know.
That's some weird love.
He was in love. She was the only one. You the only one, baby. You the only one.
It's just my hot ass dinosaur pussy.
If I can't have you, no one will. I'm gonna burn everything down. Aw, that's
That's
sad.
local news. That's the local
That's
news.
the
That's
that's
sad.
local chatter right now.
Yeah. That's why I miss AIDS. Remember when people would get AIDS and just die?
What?
That guy should have got AIDS and died, you know, and then that would have just been the end of him.
Long, healthy life on it.
Well, that's what I mean. I miss it back in the day. Like for guys like that person, you know, don't listen to anything I'm saying right now. I'm just kidding with you.
Back when you had to really think about your partner. Now it's like, I can get through it.
Yeah, you
Take a
know.
couple
I'll
pills.
work around.
I'm
I'll
good.
work
There's
around.
a pill for that.
STDs aren't as good as they used to be.
But I do hope that guy falls down the stairs.
They're like SFG.
Two things we don't fuck with at the hen house.
Rattlesnakes and
condoms.
Oh Lord.
We definitely got to bring up to the holiday party. You know, we're going to be getting on that. We're going to be planning a holiday party here. So,
Okay.
Antwan, of course, you're invited, man.
Okay.
We're going to be doing over at Reservoir Bar.
Oh, I love it.
We got some things
Is that the
going together
Santa
with
thing?
Cardi
The
for.
Santa thing is going on over there?
Yep, we got. We're going to have a Santa and an elf.
Okay.
It's going
Yep.
to so,
Santa and Elf, give me
I think it's going to be good. We
Okay.
got to come see it. And Dad's back there laughing right now.
Hey, you know what's funny right now? Look at this. Like, this is like not even part of the thing. I just got a text and I'm like, I feel like it's really rude. You see what it says?
Is it from J-Lo?
It's from my brother. It's from my brother Owen.
What was tonight's podcast about?
I got a text message. It's actually about you because you're in it.
Oh, no fucking way!
He goes, "What was tonight's podcast about?" He doesn't. He has no idea.
way.
He doesn't even know what I really do. I mean, they have an idea. They think I'm a clown. They have no idea. Like I've. They don't know.
Bicycle clown.
But they're in my show every time I do a show, and they have no idea.
Whoa,
So,
that's
isn't that
wild.
funny?
They will if they watch this.
Look at that.
So so Antwan's friend Owen just texted, his brother just texted him asking what the podcast was about tonight, and Owen's on on the podcast and he doesn't know it. So That's just crazy.
What's up, brother? It's actually about you. You're in it.
Oh, and you're on it.
Right there. Yeah, you were one of my predictions tonight. See you soon, love you, brother.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's crazy. This is all just nuts.
Yeah, actually, if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for Owen, you guys probably would have never met me. So when my mom was addicted to drugs, and they took us and put us, Damien and I, they put us in a foster home. Owen's mom, Carrie, that's my mom. You know, you guys actually may have met Carrie at Gaspar's one time. She took over. She was like, you know, I'm gonna just take these boys and make sure that they're okay. So my mom was in the hospital, and Owen's mom is the one that really made sure I was okay.
Wow.
She's the reason why I'm here in Florida. So shout out to them. Love you guys.
Right?
Love you, fam.
Yeah, right. We would have never met Antwan.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
sad.
That's true.
So sad.
I would have probably been dead or in a gang like my brothers.
Yeah, it's you know, there's definitely, you know, those forks in your life, you know, and you definitely had those forks where you could have went one way or another, and you chose the right way.
Spoons and knives and everything.
Yeah. Crazy.
I'm not that funny.
But yet, you know, but also about the holiday party, we're gonna have it to where you want to bring something in. We're gonna be doing a homeless drive for the holiday party, so you'll be wanting to bring an item in.
Yes.
What that'll benefit the homeless. We'll kind of get more specific about that. But that's gonna kind of how it's gonna kind of get you in the drink specials and stuff like that. You're gonna have to bring in an item. So it's that kind of it's that time of the year.
So food,
you know,
clothes, money. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get specific on it.
Steel Reserve Tall Boys.
We're gonna kind of do some field work on it, and we're gonna go around. You know, because we thought this is going to be for the homeless in Ybor.
Hell yeah.
So we thought we'd kind of go around and talk to some of the homeless people in Ybor.
What's needed,
and say what's needed. Yeah, and kind of do like a direct need of what they need.
We think we're going to hear blankets and underwear and socks and booze.
And cigarettes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know? I really think, like, for our charitable thing, like, the homeless are a part of Ybor. You know, they are a part of here. And there's lots of them that have been here for a long time. So if we're going to do something charitable, I figure we should do it for them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's do a thing. Let's do that.
So we're going to get some more information about that and kind of get that out to everybody. But we're excited about that. Kind of get that going. And, you know, it's been great having you on, Antwan.
Oh, thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys, man. Yeah.
One of those things that we kind of had marked, you know, for a while there that, you know,
I was so happy to be here. I ran into you guys. I was like, oh, I'll be here for 2 weeks. Can you do something? He's like, yeah, let's do it.
We ran in. That's how it happened, really. It was like a week ago at Bad Monkey. We ran into each other, and he's like, you got me for 2 weeks, man. We can do this.
Figure something out. We'll figure it out.
I texted the guys. I was like, we need to do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. I really appreciate you guys, man. You guys are doing a thing out here, man. I love it.
Dude, you're doing the thing. That was you're blowing our minds. You're blowing our minds. And, you know, what do you got, kid?
We did get another Dear Rooster if we're going to wrap up the show.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so if Antwan, I don't know if we told you about this. So we've been getting some emails.
Yes, I'm single, ladies.
And he
check.
Good to know.
He swiped right.
Is that what it is?
Right.
I got no kids. Is this thing on? I've never been married.
Ooh, checking some boxes. Checking some boxes.
Checking some boxes.
Holler at me. No, what is it? Get me off here. See, they got me drunk first. This is what happens. No, I'm just kidding around.
So we get some emails, and they've been, these emails kind of talk about some situations that they might be in, and they kind of are looking for some advice.
Oh, cool.
So we, you know, it's kind of like a Dear Abby, you know, but we call it like Dear Roosters.
All right.
So we try to give them some advice.
All right.
So I didn't know about this.
I got it. I read it today.
Okay, so Caleb knows about it. So we don't know what this question is except for Caleb. So what do we got?
It's Dear Roosters. My buddy recommended this massage place to go, and I told him I
go.
Tight,
Wait,
so
was that the question?
need a massage. So he recommended a place that he sent it to.
Work it out.
So I go there, and
oh, this is a real life story.
no, this is the letter from the guy that he went there, and got his massage, and he didn't know it was coming, but she gave him the happy ending.
Oh.
He didn't know it was coming. You know, he had no idea.
Okay.
And he's wondering, did he cheat on his girlfriend, and does he have to tell her?
Ooh.
Did he pay extra for that service.
No.
That was a sub question, Matt.
Are you,
That's a sub question.
are you asking me?
That's not in the letter. That's not in the letter.
We got to give him the advice. We got to give him advice.
Hey.
He needs to tell his girlfriend. Did he cheat on her?
I'm a magician, and there's some secrets you never tell.
Well, I would guess you'd say
Where did the
like,
cum go?
you know, it's not like,
it.
I mean, a happy ending. You know, he could have said no, but he kept going. You know, you didn't tell her to stop.
So he got raped. I mean,
Yeah,
you
he
can't be like, no.
Did he say no?
That's not in the letter.
I don't think he said no.
Just
guys.
says he went there and then she gave the happy ending. He didn't ask for it.
Maybe he tells his
just
girl.
happened.
Maybe his girl will be happy. She's like, sweet, I get the night off. Like, you never know.
This is why
Like,
he's asking us.
You
Does
can
he
tell
go? Does he go?
Travis
Be
has
honest?
never been married.
Is that going to cause a lot of problems? He's going to get in trouble.
It's not a
So
big.
the answer is
No.
He's going to get in trouble if he
yes,
goes
he
be
was
honest?
cheating. No, you don't tell him.
yeah, so I would.
I agree with Andrew. Yes, that's
difficult
that's
It is a
cheating.
difficult one. That's a rough one.
That's cheating.
Well, nobody wants to talk about when things like that happen to them. You know what I mean? Like, that's a tough situation. It's
That's
kind
why
of
we
private.
He's
It's
gonna
kind of
tell her
private.
that he was getting a massage to begin with.
That's why we keep this
What's-
anonymous.
what's wrong with a
We don't-
massage?
We don't say any names.
I get massages all the time.
We'll have to get
Not like
follow-ups,
that, though.
but I don't know.
That's a lot.
He's got,
Did she know he was
He's
there?
got
Did
my
she know he
answer.
was there to begin with? You know, did he say, hey, babe, I'm going to go get a massage?
right,
You know,
right.
or did he didn't say anything? Maybe he didn't tell her. Now,
Why does he want to tell her?
well, if he was
It's
thought
just
of a
gonna hurt her
massage, he didn't have anything
feelings.
to hide, you know?
You can't rewind time. I mean, he's not gonna.
No, you
He
can't
can't
do
fix that. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It
Doesn't matter.
happened.
Doesn't matter, though.
It
Doesn't matter if
happens.
he told her or not.
It was in the
we-
past. It
Yes,
sucks.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter
You know.
because
If you didn't go there for the intentions of doing that, but it happened.
Yeah, if you're going to like
I
a
don't know if you
massage
tell her.
envy, you had like an appointment
I mean, you could go to the
booked
club and
at a
have
massage
intentions.
envy
Yeah, right.
at
yeah.
2 p.m.
No, true. I say you got to tell her. I say you got to tell her.
You gotta tell her.
Yeah, you got to tell her.
So he
Yeah.
could lose his relationship over a.
I mean, you could tell
errand
yes, I've never
handy-
been married.
errand handy that he wasn't expecting to get.
Nah. He's not gonna lose a relationship over that.
You never know.
Yeah, it
You never
happens.
I was
But
giving her a
where-
massage.
where do you draw the
honey.
line?
She started touching my penis. I let her finish.
I think one thing that guys don't realize too is girls can be pretty understanding when you are upfront and honest with them.
Right? Maybe we're too
Yeah,
afraid.
sometimes they're not,
He's
though.
afraid.
Yeah, if you're pretty upfront and honest with them, like, listen, I got a little rub and tug. I didn't go for it. Like,
But
you
that's
know,
how it ended.
But that's what happened. Like,
I think you're right. I
Yeah,
think you just gotta go.
she's gonna be very.
Honesty is the best
understanding.
policy.
Yes, honesty is the best policy.
You tell her. You tell
And
her.
then if that doesn't work, you just do some gaslighting stuff where you're like, and if you were doing your job, I wouldn't have had to go over there. You could have been massaging it. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Save
Don't do
that if you're in
don't do
trouble.
that. Don't do
that's
that.
things up the sleeve. That's things up the sleeve.
As he said, Antwan never
All right, well,
been
hopefully
married.
that helps our guy out.
Yeah, hopefully that
As
helps
the
you out.
only married person here, you guys are all wrong.
I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, we
I'm
probably
wrong about a
are,
lot of
right?
stuff.
Like-
I'm just so used to being told I'm wrong. I know what it's like.
Well, man, Antwan, thank you again for coming on. It's been fantastic.
yeah. Thank you.
It's been an absolute
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Blowing our minds.
Thanks for letting me come.
Yeah, and you know now it's off to Eden.
It's
to,
to the
celebrate some
to the
birthdays.
happy ending. Let's
yeah,
go.
Happy ending.
Happy endings.
Let's go.
Happy birthday to us.
Everybody
Happy
close it out
endings.
on 3. 1, 2, 3. Till next time. Deuces.
Baby gravy.
Yeah. Somewhere down the Ybor streets are calling. Between 15 and 20 Friday night. Should've learned by now that one drink always means we ain't going home till the rooster calls. Sometimes we like to drink a little whiskey. Sometimes we like to get a little high. Every time the band says